Greetings, beloved, and welcome to our Wholesome Wednesday here on Mercy Abounds platform. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the feedback that you continue to give us. Today is a very important day because today we are concluding the book of Exodus. I remember 7 months ago when we embarked on this journey of the book of Exodus, where we're trying to learn lessons on how God came through for the children of Israel, on how God walked with the children of Israel who were struggling with the idea of a God that sometimes does not come on time, sometimes does not answer their prayers the way they were expecting, sometimes this God they didn't understand completely, sometimes they had to let down this God. And we say it just like the children of Israel, we are also finding ourselves on this journey where we sometimes can't trace God, where sometimes we rebel against Him, sometimes we just don't understand Him, we just don't understand what's going on in our lives. And today marks the end of this book, and we're on Exodus chapter 40. And as I reflect from where we started, there were times where we were excited, where God miraculously came through, and you wish you were in that moment and you could witness and really feel how they felt when God miraculously came through for them, and you'd be so proud to have a God like this. And I remember we had days where we were talking through this confusion that we also could imagine ourselves in the children of Israel's situation and could identify with their pain. We could identify with their anxiety. We could identify with their grief. There were days where we came here and we didn't understand, just like the children of Israel, what is going on now. God came through for them, God, but now what's happening? We couldn't trace the hand of God. There were days where we gleaned lessons and realized that obedience is more important than sacrifice. There were days where we could see that the love of God always encompasses and embraces each one of us, regardless of our situations and what we would have done. There were days where miraculously God came through and made it clear that He is the creator of this world. And we marveled as He came through in ways that we never imagined. And today we're on Exodus, the grand finale of the book of Exodus. We're in Exodus chapter 40. They are done with the tabernacle. They are done with the furniture that is there, done with everything. And as Moses is putting each piece in its place, he remembers the walk. Moses remembers how the Lord has come through for them. He remembers those that have been lost along the way, or how careless they had been along the way, or how loving God had been, how God had tested them through and through. He remembers as he places each piece, how God has been consistent in the journey, and so far up to where they were, how faithful He has been. So as each piece is being put in, as each piece is being placed in its place, Moses recalls how he was put there to lead the children of Israel from that mountain, from that place of the burning bush. And today he finds himself here. So as he is putting these pieces together, as a sign of God's presence in their midst, that will be permanent forever, but having something physical that they can touch, that they can see, that they can feel, so that they understand that there is a God for them. And in this peace, This peace makes us realize that God is particular with worship. It's something sacred. It's not something that is done anyhow. It's orderly. It's something that is sacred, that has a designated place and has certain kind of furniture, given certain type of specifications. God is not haphazard. God is orderly. So worship is something sacred. So this is now the divine. Through this tabernacle, we can experience, or we can see, you can visualize the divine and the humanity coming into contact. A symbol or a tool that brings these two worlds together and they coexist. In this tabernacle, the children of Israel are to come and present their petitions and present and ask for forgiveness and present their sacrifices. In this tabernacle, the high priest is going to go in once a year and present the petitions of the people and make things right with the people for everyone's sake with God. And we have come to this place. I don't know what has been your lessons throughout this book. I don't know what has been your lessons throughout the millennium. But the book of Exodus is giving us this picture of the divine and the physical coming into contact and coexisting. What am I saying to you and me today? To myself and you, who do not have the tabernacle that's got the typical kind of specifications, and we don't have the table of shewbread anymore. What am I saying? Now the tabernacle is your heart. God is asking you to open your heart so that he could come. Just like he tabernacled with the children of Israel, he wants to use your heart as the tabernacle where the physical and the divine will coexist. In our hearts, God is willing to come and reside. Just like with the children of Israel, they had a physical structure so that they would see, witness, and understand. These records are left for us to learn and understand. Now we have our hearts where God can come and reside. He already was in the children of Israel's hearts, but they had to have something tangible for them to understand what God was talking about. But we are at a better understanding because we are reading this as something that happened in the past, and we have the whole conclusion of the matter. Now God is saying, now that you have the full picture, this is what I want to do in your heart. When I'm saying open your hearts, I am knocking at the door. Open so that this is what I mean. Just like in the tabernacle, your heart is where I will reside. This is where I will stay. This is where the divinity and the humanity will come in contact and coexist and cooperate and work well, embrace each other, and function very well. So let us open our hearts. God is willing to work with each and every one of us. He's willing to work with each one of us and stay in our hearts. And as long as we obey, he is willing to go with us every step of the way. So this is me saying to you, we've come a long way. 7 months ago we started the journey, and today we're ending it on the grand finale saying, God is saying, open your heart. Just like with the children of Israel, the tabernacle is complete. They're erecting, and as they're erecting this, they are reminiscing and they are reflecting on their journey. Now as you open your heart also, as you allow him into your heart, reminisce, reflect on how far you have come on this journey with us, Mercy Abounds, as we are going through this book of Exodus. The lessons you have learned. Now we have come to the part where you open your heart and let him take charge. You will face all the things that the children of Israel are going through. But as long as you have him in your heart, you are sure that up to the finishing line, he will be with you. He is willing to go the extra mile for you. So, thank you so much for being with us here on Mercy Abounds. Every Wednesday, we'll continue sharing the Word of God. Now, I don't know, you can guess. Which one is the next book that we're going to read? We are not stopping. Which book would you want us to read next? Which book would you want to study? Which book do you think is going to be the next one as we continue studying the Word of God together? You can share on the comments. Which book do you think is coming next, and which other books do you want us to study together? You have yourself a wonderful week ahead.